Love is a very complex human emotion. It is expressed in many forms including romantic, familial, platonic, and even self-love. Love motivates us, brings joy and satisfaction, but can also lead to pain and vulnerability. You see, every day you come across someone loving something or someone, loving to eat rocks, loving a car, loving an animal, loving a friend, even loving family, but then you have those that take it a step further. Why meet someone when you can keep it in the family? Well, this sure is something. A subreddit full of people with that notion wasn't what I was expecting. At this moment, the subreddit has been quarantined. The purpose of quarantining a community is to prevent content from being accidentally shown without the approval of users. Reddit doesn't even know what it wants to do because this subreddit was made in 2012 and I got this pop-up. Dude, if you are letting people know about these resources, then just ban the subreddit. They got the word hope in their hotline. This is clearly an Avengers level threat here. Do you want help? How about you help by taking this down, alright? We are going to take a look at this subreddit and possibly want to cry in fear. Remember that this isn't fantasy. This is real. You live with these people. I think someone is going to ask if this is fake or not. I'm going to be really blunt here. Take everything you see with a grain of salt. Incestuous relationships do exist, but Reddit is also known for having subreddits built off of fake stories for traction. r/incest confessions is an example. Reddit is a very easy social media platform to build communities on strange ideas. The best answer to this is because 800,000 people get off to incest. So I'm going to do my usual shtick by being totally surprised and offended that my eyes have to read this. I also have to censor a few things because I don't want YouTube to beat my ass over it. When just fucking your family isn't enough. Whoa, incest hook. Subreddit for adult inbreeding and incest pregnancies. We aim to be a supportive and positive community for people who have or are going through pregnancy with family members or are part of such families. If you have questions or answers or just want to tell us your story, here's the place to be. Personal experiences are encouraged and supported. I haven't gone into reading the post and I believe it's worse than watching a woman try to wrap her legs around Rick Ross. Even if she can't do it, it should be a federal offense to see that man naked. You fucking pair.
Shout out to all the pair.
Now let's take a look at the post. I love how I can see this user posting so many updates on their life like they're on Tumblr in 2010. Imagine being on your deathbed and asking the doctor if you were important or influential and they responded, "You wrote 40 posts on an incest subreddit." Then it's complete darkness. Peaked on Reddit. Does anyone here feel like they're living the dream of being able to be intimate with their family members? When I was in my 20s, I was fresh out of college. I was married and I had a baby girl on the way. I didn't think that life could get any better than that. Now that I'm in my late 40s, I'm divorced from my wife, but I'm with my daughter and she's pregnant with our child. I get to wake up to her sexy body every morning. I get to feel her soft skin. I get to hear her moan when I'm her. I get the chance to have with my daughter, and I'm having a baby with my baby girl. Sorry if it seems like I'm rambling, but I am just so happy. Your wife definitely divorced you after finding out. Freak monster. Another warning to anyone watching this, proceed with caution because it's only going to get worse from here. I came home early from work and I heard moaning sounds coming from upstairs. I didn't give it much attention until I heard them moan each other's name. I made my way upstairs and peeked into their room to find them both going at it like animals. I was extremely turned on, so I while spying and heard my daughter moan, telling him to. My daughter recently gave birth to a girl a year and a few months ago, and now I know who the father of that child is. I waited till they were done and then I walked in. They both panicked, but I told them it was okay and we spoke it out. My son is indeed the father of her child. I never knew my kids were this naughty. I feel proud as a mom. Wow. The more I read this, the more headaches I get. You hear this? This is my medication. Days and days and days and days and days and days of reading. All I've been seeing is fucking my sister this, my husband fucking my son that, I'm a proud American woman this, my grandmother's pussy grips like coal tar that. Give me a fucking break already. You know, if her daughter failed her classes, she would blow a gasket, but fucking her dad? Nuh-uh. Praise the Lord. Currently trying for a baby with my son. If we are successful, I hope to encourage my son to begin his daughter/sister the second she turns 18. What do y'all think? Keep it in the family? Ew. She would be barely 18. That's ew. As if wanting to encourage this behavior wasn't bad enough, you're setting up your daughter for prearranged activities with your own family. I would feel bad for a person who was a result or a victim of this. It's not something you could just brush under the rug and apologize for. I still believe a majority of this is porn rot, since content about having relations with a stepson, stepdaughter, or step-parent is heavily consumed. Someone call the FBI, please. Life provides you with a lot of precious moments to enjoy, one of which is the birth of your child. My husband and daughter started hooking up 2 years ago, and he absolutely adores her and enjoys her time with her in bed. They both are sex hungry, so the countless hours of him being in the resulted in her being pregnant. She is very excited to have the baby, so is my husband, and honestly seeing both of their happiness and excitement makes me even more excited for it. I've been helping my daughter throughout her pregnancy as much as possible. She's a little over 6 months pregnant, a baby boy, and is due in December. These are people who watch their kids grow up. They seriously looked at their flesh and blood and said, I'm gonna love and fuck this bitch when they grow up. Swear to God, it's extremely similar to those memes where it's like, when bro's watch goes off on my daughter's 18th birthday. If consenting adults do something, then it's really none of my business, regardless of how disgusting it is. Hello! It's a new day and I'm mentally exhausted. The police are involved, so if I disappear again, you'd know why. It has nothing to do with me, but a family member, so I'm just letting you know beforehand. If I disappear for a while, you know why. Anywho, I have some lovely news. I did find more subreddits. Welcome to the obvious subreddit with a name that claims its self-importance. That's an incest flag. Land of the free? No nigga, this is the land of the wicked. This subreddit ranges in different conversations about incest. There are links to other subreddits, such as the one where you can get relationship advice with incestuous relations. I saw this post asking for some advice. Well, here's some advice. Don't. There's a lot of weird subreddits, and Reddit themselves do not have a great policing of content because not only is it not legally required, but they don't give a shit. They care for traction like any other social media platform. YouTube even puts suggestive content in their ads and acts like no one is going to call them out on it. And that's a whole ass different platform. r/incest relationships is a safe and supportive forum for people to ask for advice and feedback regarding existing or potential incestuous relationships. Meanwhile, if I wanted to share about having a crush on my sister because when I walked in on her shaking ass to make TikTok videos, I was harder than Evangelion. This one is getting closer to 100k members by the day. Hypothetically, let's say all of this is fake. No one out there is committing incest. Well, now it's a self-soothing safe haven for the mentally ill, porn addicts, pedos, by feeding and growing a community that derives from a fantasy that is mainly taboo and social norms. You have pro shippers, shotacons, lolicons, so you can see where I'm kind of going with this. This shit unanimous for you, it's damaging for you, and it's highly unethical. If I were to end this on a positive note, the world would be a better place if some moms had eaten their babies. Considering the situation I'm in with the police, I don't think I should be saying that.